Okay, my friends, I'm starting up my stream. I'm trying to get this to connect to the chat to work in Steam, and I'm not sure why that's not working. Appearance, bid and stream. I don't know. The chat doesn't seem to be working. Everything else seems to be working fine. Okay. Let's make sure I got my screen up here. And get back into the game here, into the tractor. It's raining. It's raining outside, but I'm going to spray. I've done this field here has been planted and fertilized and sprayed for weeds, but it needs a second spraying of fertilizer, which I think I can do because it is probably, yep, it's growing. This one is ready to harvest, ready to harvest is alfalfa. These two are grass. This one is in the process of being harvested, but you cannot harvest in the rain. But you can spray in the rain, you can plant in the rain, and you can even mow grass in the rain, which I don't really understand. Ah, Billy the Kid. Glad you caught me, Billy. So, I'm a little confused over the possibility of, oh, let's see. Let's get our tractor up here a bit. Let's get the environmental noise up. What's our volume? Oh, well, no, that's decent. Okay. You should be able to hear that. Sort of. Let's play with the controls here and... Okay. Ah, glad you liked the book. Excellent, excellent. Please leave a review. What's in here? Fertilizer. Let's get some more fertilizer. Leave a review, please, by all means. And constructive criticism always appreciated. I mean, you know, it's fine for somebody to say the character JB sucked, but it also helps if somebody says, well, I would have liked it better if the character did this or that. So always open to feedback, but glad you're liking it. I really need to I guess Amazon. Please. Glad. Yeah, thank you. I guess up on Amazon. And tell your friends. Tell your friends, you know, on the Facebook or whatever you have. Now let's see. I think this is fairly decent. It's not as good as the ginormous sprayer that does the whole world. But look, it goes like that, like that, like that, like that. See what I mean? Lower sprayer. And then turn on sprayer. So it, oh, let's get rid of this screen here. Oops, and I seem to have missed that with the seating. Oh well. Oh, let's get over here a bit. But yeah, I think as I spray, hopefully I'll see that. Let's do the, I'll see where I've gone. So it's not gonna be as fast as the other one, but hey vendor, I am spraying fertilizer on a field. Now I know I could have used the ginormous machine, but it's full of weed and feed. My son, speaking of weed and feed, my son ordered he tried to buy his mother said she'd buy him an electric lawnmower for a housewarming present. He tried to buy one locally, and they were all sold out in the stores, so we bought one online, which is being delivered today, but it's hot and muggy here. And their grass is not, well, I asked if he'd been watering, but he hadn't, but it's just as well. I mean, when it gets hot in the middle of the summer, you're best just to let the grass go dormant and ignore it. But I suggested that in September, when it gets cooler, that's when he buys some, whatever the mix of fertilizer is to encourage root growth. Lawn mowing. Well, no, he's going to have his own push mower. And I left a question in the Trucks Book forum. I said, I was talking about convoys. They support convoys, but they support them for Truckers MP. And I said, is there a way to... You can do a convoy, but you have to pick a server. And I said, is there a way to change that so one of the servers is no server? And one of the developers from the site said, very good idea, because then you could use the convoy mode in Trucks Book to set up convoys. Like in the list, people say, you know, what's happening Tuesday night, and that has, you know, you filter for different parameters. Well, he's saying you could add, what they would do is they would add an option so you could pick local server or local convoy option. Steph. What is Candida? Hello, hello, Steph. Happy. Yes, it's late afternoon there. We get 40 degrees here. Yes, it is. 30 feels like 40. It's been 40 feels like 50 in some places in BC, and massive forest fires. My sister was asking. We don't live in igloos. Well, we used to live in igloos until it went to 40 degrees. I mean, Steph knows well. Steph doesn't live in an igloo, but she's in Australia. They don't have cars there. They ride kangaroos. You have an Amazon Prime sub. Can I not give it to you? You have an Amazon Prime sub. I don't understand. I don't understand how that works, vendor. Billy the Kid says he has a Amazon Prime sub. Can you give it to me? I have Amazon Prime monthly. Well, my sister was saying, I know. Trump was saying, well, California, it's all the fault of California not cleaning up their forests enough. That's why they got forest fires. And so then people were mocking him that they're going to give people garden rakes, so, you know, lawn rakes, so they go out and rake. But I know there are good forestry practices in Canada, well, and in Australia and in Greece or whatever, where fire breaks at a certain interval, and you have to pick up your slash after you've cut. You have to clean up after yourself and all that. But I think that was designed before we had these high temperatures and droughts. So, well, humans are starting the fires, but Oh shit, I can't see where I've been at all. This is going to be annoying. Maybe I'll go get the other one. Why can I not see where I've gone? Well, no, I mean, it's prevention. It's fire prevention. This is annoying. I cannot see where I've been. So, sorry. I'm gonna have to go to plan B. Heavy haul tonight? Yes, I'd love to do a heavy haul tonight. Heads up there, Steph. We'll be heavy hauling. Sure. Pick a time. Pick a time and pick a map. We can also do heavy haul on ETS2. I have loaded the on ETS2. I have loaded the Pro mods, which is not something that you can drive in. But just as an aside, because I get distracted talking to myself, I loaded Pro mods and I started off in the east side of the Black Sea in Georgia. There's a couple of little towns there you can drive in. Why am I not going in the door? Oh, because I have to lift it. Your chair is wavy and the screens are wavy. You took a Reactin and had a beverage. So you're having an out-of-body experience while you're in your body. So, free stoners. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Unfolded. Regrets. It's fun. It's all in good fun. Okay, it's hot here. It's hot here, hot and humid here. We're supposed to have thunderstorms this afternoon, or not. I haven't seen fireworks. You know, there was fireworks for 2 nights, and I remember, Vendor, you were saying they have fireworks in the middle of this drought, but it's in the middle of the city, sort of. They fire them off over the Ottawa River. It's an international competition. So supposedly it goes 11 nights in a row, different countries. Oh, how do you turn the wipers off? I guess you turn the engine off. That'll do it. Not have to analyze data. I sent my sister a copy of your the summary from your paper. Just emailed it to her because she had a lot of questions about whether, basically, or a big question was whether people who already had gotten vaccinated and were going to get Delta variant anyways, would then be likely to get long haul from the getting a second case, even though they shouldn't get a second case. And then my reply was, I think that was one of the things that, yeah, we don't know yet. So yeah, let's do. Let me know if you want to do page 4, just the lay, the lay summary. So what do you want to do tonight for a? Do you want to do an ATS heavy haul, or do you want to try an ETS convoy somewhere heavy haul? I don't know. We sort of know the ATS, right? Oh yeah, so we got to get rid of this shit first, don't we? Well, we know the ATS, so why don't we just go with an ATS one? Yeah. Yes. Good point. Good point. I'm not sure what he has for. I'm not sure what he has for DLCs though. Oh, somebody's coming to chat. What time? What time? I don't know. When's a good? Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it is Taz. Speak of the devil. Vendor. I don't know. When's it good for you? I mean, I can. My time is. I'm semi-retired. Anytime. Driving through the mountains in New Mexico. That'd be good. I don't know. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, my time, which is what? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock your time. Taz, we were talking about doing a convoy tonight in ATS if you wanted to join us.
Yeah, I just was it last night got registered with World. Was it? Did you have to use World of Trucks or something like that?
Maybe 7 p.m. EST. Yeah.
Yeah. I just registered with World of Trucks.
Oops! I just filled the whole thing. I didn't want to do that. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if you need that for convoys, but good.
But it seems like a lot of more content became available once I did that.
Yes, although when I do convoys, I don't use content from World of Trucks.
Mm-hmm.
I just use the regular stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are you good tonight for 7 p.m.?
I do not know. I'll have to find out.
Okay.
Sometimes that's around.
Sometimes you what? You mutter, Karen.
When we that's around the dinner time.
Ah, okay. Ooh, we gotta back up here. I keep forgetting how big this sucker is.
Yeah, I was doing a short.
So I'm live streaming, Taz. Okay.
Yep.
Just to let you know.
Yep. I was doing earlier today on ATS. I was doing a short run from Reno to Stockton.
Okay.
Doing those little jumps to kind of discover like the different dealerships and everything.
Oh yeah. The initial when you start the game, yeah.
And came around. They took me around this one spot because I had stopped at the swung by what I thought was a dealership at Truckee, and they put you around this like little lake.
Okay.
So it takes you down and around, and when I go up to one side, and then I got up in the mountains, I used the photo mode to take a nice clear shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna post that into the group when I.
Okay. I was using the smaller sprayer Taz, but I could not tell on the map. Depending when you do it, and maybe because it's raining, you can't always tell where you've gone. And so I decided, well, the hell with it. I'll just get out the big one, and refill it, and spray the hell out of the world here. So.
Yeah, pull out the jumbo jet of sprayers.
Exactly. Oh, I can see a bit of difference now. I can see it slightly. Yeah, I can see where I've done already, but oh well. He said that he doesn't know whether he can. Yeah, I know. You're hard to hear. You're hard to hear, Taz, because you fade in and out. I think you've got maybe a boom mic, and sometimes you look at it, and sometimes, stick your head in a drawer. I don't know.
How's this?
That's better, I guess. Say hello again.
Hello.
Yeah, that's good. I think you just look away sometimes and you fade. So let us know, or join. I mean, we'll be we can walk you through when you join the Discord chat. We can walk you through how to get into a convoy and how to get jobs. If I can remember how to do it myself.
I opened the I have the convoy option open now in the toolbar, so to speak. Whereas it was kind of grayed out.
It would be specifically grayed out. If you have any mods, you are not allowed to join a convoy. And contrary to your belief, you did have mod.
Yeah, I found out it's like the game let me know, because when I had pulled, it was like after I had took the mod off, it had the little red exclamation point of there was a save in the save file. And
yeah. You wouldn't believe me, but the game told you yes. No, I'm thinking, no, a cab over. He kept saying, no, I have a cab over. Is that a mod? No, it's in the game. Are you sure? Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's in the game. Are you really, really sure? Oh, I'm really sure. So, but a cab over.
You would think a cab over is something normal that I would have in the game.
No, they're not big. They're not really popular. I mean, they are out there, but if they're trying to choose priorities, I think it was just they're trying to do priorities of, I should have gone for a smoke or something here while we're waiting for things to synchronize. No, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so they I think they just pick the most likely mods to start with, so that's why those basic trucks. A cab over would be nice, and you can drive it. You just can't drive it in convoy.
That, and when you're trying to make some wide turns, you're not having like 6 feet, an extra 6 feet in front of you to deal with.
Well,
you turn a little bit tighter as far as.
Well, and some people drive. Some people drive a truck too that not only has the cab in front of a North American, like a North American truck, but they also have 4 axles on the back and a big sleeper and an extended chassis. So they are going back 30 feet before they even hit the 5th wheel. Yeah. So I know a friend of mine, Reed, was doing that. He had this super long truck, and he'd be complaining, "Oh, I can't get around this corner." Because you're driving a bus.
Or practically
like a city bus.
An RV, a small RV mounted on the back.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of buses, our buses are not happy here at all. Like I told you, the train went. They shut the train down on Sunday night, and I don't think they started again to find out why one of 10 axles fell off. Yeah. And then the next day, damned if a bus, a double-decker, one of the double-decker buses ran off the road into a ditch.
Ouch.
And I guess it was like spontaneous combustion or something like this. It just. Because they grounded 19 buses to figure out why it ran into a ditch. And I was like, I don't know, have you asked the driver? But I don't know. Maybe it was, I don't know, not my fault. I had both feet up on the wheel. So my son is driving to work, and damn happy to be driving to work. Yep, there's the edge. You can sort of see the edges. Oh, maybe it's up there. Oops, where am I on the map? Yeah, it was up there. Oh well. I'm eventually going to get to that field with the combine with the weeds all growing up around it. because now it's raining. Luckily, you can do pretty well anything in the rain, except you can spray. You can spray. You can plant, and you can mow.
But you just can't harvest.
You just can't harvest. We'd have to ask. I think Sully. You'd have to ask a real farmer who mows, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure mowing in this kind of weather is. It's not going to work. You're going to clog the hell out of your mower. But what do I know about farming? Got my hair cut yesterday, and got a lap dog while I was getting my hair cut. One of my hairdresser's dogs came down. It's a Bichon. I think it's a Bichon Frise. I think a little tiny, like a terrier, but half the size. Just a little thing, and kind of yippy initially when you came in the house, but then quieted down, and I scratched her behind the ears, and then she kept wanting to. She's up. I'm looking down, and she's up there, and Tina says, she's really hoping that you're going to put her in your lap. Are you okay with that? I said, oh yeah. So I said, okay, there we go. Now she's happy, and then got to give him kisses, so I got to start licking his hand, and then the dog got tired of licking my hand. Okay, let's start licking his knee. Okay, my jeans are going to get soggy. Okay, just stop licking, stop. So I rearranged so that she had her head sort of over my arm, and then she just sat there, and I just chatted with my friend Tina and scratched the dog behind the ear occasionally, and it was quite nice. Mm-hmm. And well done hairdo. She does nice cut. She's booked pretty well solid till the middle of September now. Hopefully we don't go into another lockdown. I know Melbourne has locked down again, or is still locked down. Alberta really should go into a lockdown, but that's too hard a political decision to make now. Once I don't know. And I don't know what's going to happen in the U.S. The U.S., a lot of states, Arkansas, some of the states in the U.S., their ICUs are full with kids.
Yeah.
So, okay, we won't talk about it. I know. It's... But it's a hot and humid, yucky day here. We could do with rain. It's that sort of weather where the humidity keeps going up and up and up, and you see these nasty clouds building on the radar, and then they just wander on. Elect a clown, get a circus.
Yeah, we had a good rain yesterday and like this morning.
Yeah. I think I got to mow shit now, I think I got to mow some alfalfa. Do I have my mower? I think I have my mower permanently set up somewhere on this map. Oh, right here. What's this sitting here by this field? Oh, look. Look what's sitting in the alfalfa.
She's practically waiting for you.
Just waiting for me. Let's start it up.
And away you go.
There we go. Well, not quite away we go. We started up. That's step one, and then okay, so unfold the windrower, and then lower the windrower, and then turn it on, and then go to this this front guy, unfold the front guy, and lower it somewhere into the grass there. Turn it on. And then this guy, look at the top of these icons. Unfold this guy.
Doing the equipment shuffle.
And lower him. Woohoo! And turn them on. And there we go. Sully, good afternoon. So, speak of the devil. So it's raining here, and apparently one of the things you can do on this game in the rain is mow. And speaking from experience, I don't. Would that be a good idea? You mow grass. No, Sully. Oh yeah, okay. Taz, speaking from your farm.
Yeah, most you can, like, when you see the mowing, the municipal guy just mowing because they're just mowing to mow. Whereas
So they're just getting paid. Yeah, they don't care.
The way they're mowing, just get rain because they're not picking up the clippings.
Okay, but on a real farm.
Whereas, yeah, you probably not.
No.
So this is probably where they're taking artistic license.
Well, that's what Sully just said, Taz. In the chat. He just confirmed no. Because it's wet, it's going to clog the hell. It's going to get all up on the deck and everything. You're going to stop every 2 minutes to get the grass out, and eventually you're going to be in a hurry. You're going to try to do it with the blades running, and then you're going to lose your hand, and then you're going to have to be trying to drive a tractor with stumps, and that's really annoying. Yep. Good night, Steph. Time for bed. 5 a.m. Good God. Get to work, for God's sake, or get to bed. Take care, Steph. That's true. I wasn't adding up time right. It was like, like it's 4 in the afternoon. No. It's not 4 in the afternoon. It's not even hump day. It's not even Wednesday. It's Thursday.
Thursday for them.
It's Thursday already. It's not even today anymore. What a feeling, to live your life ahead of most of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Most of your friends internationally, they say something and it'll be like, oh, that's so yesterday. Turn this thing off. Ooh, there's a little bit of hill there, but still alfalfa. So I'll have to figure out where we're going tonight at 7. I changed my one of my messages there to pop up to say people if they want to if they want to join in convoys or on a farm, just chat me up in a stream. Basically, who are you? Because you get somebody who pops in, hi, can I join your convoy? I have no idea who you are. So. Chat me up my stream, join the Discord, chat a bit, and then, okay. Mountains, oh yeah, I said them through the mountains in New Mexico. Okay, I'll look at that. Do you want to use the same ginormous... we could change trailers, vendor, too. We could go from the 9-axle heavy haul trailer to a smaller one, which is like, I'll send you a note as to which trailer it is, like a 3-axle one or something. Do you have a trailer that you've bought, Taz?
Not yet. I've done a few big loads, but nothing over. I've done like the articulated where you had like a couple the pup trailers.
The B trains, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've been doing heavy haul, but we've been using the ginormous 9-axle trailer, which is fun, but sometimes it's kind of stressful going through mountains. And I was thinking if we wanted to go through mountains and do some nice trips, but still do a heavy haul, then I'll look to see which one I have. I've got a smaller one that's not a 9-axle. It's still an in-game one, so it's not a mod, but
Yeah. One that's not quite a beast.
oh, the way a mower works, it creates a suction and lifts the grass blades to cut them off. Oh, you're right. You're right. I never thought of that. Of course, the blades tend to encourage the grass to... Now, I was watching somebody online, and she said they had a whole bunch of... They had this green grass, and I forget what it was that they planted, but it had gone really well, and she was joking. She said, yeah, I may have overseeded this, but in just a month or two or whatever, it was up to her hip, and they were going to cut it for hay. They were going to mow it. They were going to mow it and rake it and then bale it. And I thought you had to... I thought hay was grass that had been dried sufficiently after tedding it. But they were going to harvest this green, beautiful, almost waist-high green, oops, we don't want to drive there, green stuff. Oh well, we will drive there, who cares? And then they were going to rake it into windrows, as far as I know, because I was looking at what she was doing. She had these windrows that were... Oh, what the hell did I do? Oh, I turned off the wrong thing. Here's me trying to... Here's me trying to walk and chew gum at the same time.
And juggle?
Yeah. Sorry, so as far as I know, what she had done was they were mowing it, and then the next day they're going to put it in windrows. The next day where they were going to bale it.
Ah.
So is that hay, or does hay have to be tedded and dried before you can?
It's usually tedded and dried. That's the process.
Like if you just bale grass without tedding and drying it.
No, you're just baling grass.
She was baling hay and selling hay, so I don't know how that works. And they had, her husband has a, he has a lifter for bales on the front of the tractor that does, I think, 4x4 or 5x, well, maybe not, because they're not square, they're rectangular. But it's like this big rectangular frame that's sticking out from the front of the tractor.
Mm-hmm.
And you drive it, you drive it against the bales in the field, and they sort of feed into it, and then I think it somehow grabs them, and then you just lift the whole thing up with with the forks and set this whole matrix of 5x5 or whatever bales on a trailer as a chunk.
They have something similar. I've seen something like that in the mods.
Yeah.
In the bale technology section of the mod on Mod Hub.
Yeah. Okay, so it's all boiled, but yeah, but it was. They were talking about it drying. They were going to cutting it, and it was 90 and really hot. Although you think it was humid, so they were talking about it drying enough so that they could bale it. So I guess that was it. I guess that's all they were doing. There was no talk of tedding to help it dry.
Hmm.
And there were big windrows too. Like they were. The windrows seemed to be like a meter by a meter. Oh, I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, they had a hay barn, or they would put on these trailers, and they had, I think, 4 trailers. There were a long, really long trailer with a hitch, like for a fifth wheel hitch on them. So I don't know.
What, using like a gooseneck or something like that?
Yeah. So, but it's basically a flat, it's a very simple flat, almost like a beam trailer, because there was nothing to it. But her husband's been doing this for about 8 years, so obviously they know what they're doing, and they've been selling hay. They sell hay, and she was pretty happy. She said she was complaining the other day about how long the day was, and then she was talking to some other people online who also are trying to grow hay, and there's droughts and fires all over the U.S., and they're just lucky that they've got a crop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess that's what she was doing. Sully. She would just cut it, and then it would just sit there in the windrows, and then now one of them ones I was watching, W2F Farm Girl, WT Farm Girl, as in WTF or what the fuck. They were making a point of cutting their hay early morning, because they have a low sugar hay, and they cut it early morning to make sure the sugar is even lower. And they've got customers they sell it to that have diabetic horses that have to eat low sugar hay. I didn't even know this existed. So I don't know. Maybe when your horses are little, if you give them too much pop and chips, then they get diabetes. I don't know. It's like, oh, I didn't know there was that disease, and I didn't know there was that solution for hay, so. Horses living with diabetes? Well, yeah, I guess so, because if they're not, then they're dead horses. Still pissing down here. Oh, I know what I should do. I should take a break from this tractor and go back up to the farm here, wherever the hell I was. Ooh, this one? No. Was I out here? Where the hell was I? Oh, I know where I am. Honest, I know where I am now. Oh, there's Taz. Taz is still stealing our tractor.
Yeah, every time I hit the tab key, I automatically jump to this specific tractor.
Oh, just don't leave it running and waste all the gas and fill the shed with fumes and stuff, and whatever happens.
Thank goodness for the auto start.
The auto start, yeah. Well, I don't. I think I have the non-auto start.
Basically, you have to hit the thing to start it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I was going to get some of this because I believe my digester stacks are empty, and they have been. Oh, now he's in the little tractor. Oh, that's Vendor's tractor. Be careful. Did you wipe your feet and put on gloves before you got in that? That's a pretty little Dutz tractor or whatever that we got out there just to show people go by, and that's cute.
Yeah.
And then we can say yes, and it
Kind of
works.
like one of those little tractors where you get some places they park an old tractor out practically on the front lawn as a lawn decoration.
Exactly, except this is not a lawn decoration. This is a working tractor. Yeah. And, well, sorry, it's a decoration and a tractor. You're right. We'll put lights on it. Guess tonight might be a chilly night. It's fairly cool in here. Aside from being, shouldn't be that cool. It's supposed to be terrible. Let me check again if it's as terrible as we think it is. Yeah, it's 31, feels like 35. Well, he said, wiping a bit of sweat off. It's fine here. It stays cool. My apartment, even though I don't get a cross breeze, I still get a breeze coming in if it's coming this way. I got a couple of fans. I got a big patio door that opens, the balcony door, and it's a lot cooler than it is downtown. Unless you go into one of those air-conditioned buildings, that expensively air-conditioned buildings with nobody working in them.
Yeah.
I wonder how
looks
much
like
we would
the,
save. I wonder how much of the climate change we would have saved if we'd built buildings where you could open the window and get a breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, 96 with 49% humidity, so it feels like 106. Wow. Yeah. It's not that bad here either. It's those days when the humidity gets so high that you're convinced you can go outside with a pin and just, just like breaking a soap surface tension on a soap bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll start the rain. Okay, here we are with the full wagon. Finally. Again, cobwebs. More cobwebs up here, Taz. We got the cobwebs on our fertilizing stacks here. Our farm silos. You have AC there, Taz? Or are you?
Yep.
I worked in a computer room at one point at Bell in a basement. It had a raised floor with the air conditioning all coming up through the floor. They had periodically, they had tiles under the computer equipment full of holes, and they had that around the floor here and there. And one of the women that worked there, she wore a skirt to work because, of course, women have to wear skirts to work back then. But she also had to wear leg warmers, like those knitted, ankle to knee, because she was freezing her legs. I suggested she just wear slacks, but oh no, I couldn't do that. Okay. Okay, we got some of that one. Oh, look, there's a combine off there. Got some of that one. And some in this one. Got a bunch of techie problems on tracing down this one program or this site that gives me icons for that I got a load of my web pages. If people want to follow me, click on the icon. I couldn't see the icons, and they didn't know why. But in the meanwhile, they just said, "Well, here's a file of the icons," and then I realized I have this ad block extension for Google Chrome that is not supposed to do that, but apparently it does. One of the things it does is blocks those pop-up icons. So techie, techie problems that you find a solution, but damned if you know why it's doing that. And my wheel doesn't vibrate. What kind of wheel do you have, Taz?
I actually don't have a wheel.
Oh, that's right. You're a keyboard guy. Let's go like that. Yes, let's go like that. There we go. Nasty rainy day here. Although it's gentle enough in the game, Taz. This could be a summer rain. Mm-hmm. So what are you doing on your field while it's raining?
I got a worker doing putting oats over on 23.
Ah.
That way I'd build up my supply of oats.
Okay.
And that way I'll have a little extra to feed the horses and to sell.
Ah, that's true. That sounds like a Nightmare Before Christmas. One of my daughter's favorite movies from way back.
Yeah, I came across this YouTuber.
Oh yeah?
She's a real life over the road trucker.
Okay.
And she did a video of her first time ever doing ATS.
Okay.
It's funny. It's like, oh, and she started a new channel because she goes by Happiness by the Mile.
Oh, Shelby.
Yeah, and
yeah, with her big dog. Shelby with her big German Shepherd.
I think
yeah.
it just started seeing it, so it'll be interesting to see. how she reacts to it.
Yeah, because I followed her. I started following her a while ago while she was driving. She drives for FedEx, and her videos were quite good because she had somebody. I don't know if it's a partner or a friend, but she had somebody driving with her, running the camera, who has a business doing promotional videos and stuff. So her videos were always quite professional, and she was she's quite good. She's quite good as a on the road trucker, doing showing people how to do this and how to do that and when to chain up and I assume she'll have fun in ATS also.
Yeah, my one trailer, I have three pallets of wool ready to go. 1,000-liter pallets from the sheep farm.
Oh, trying to set up your wheel in 5%. Hey, Cromwell.
Oh, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, he was on yesterday too. Yeah, but yeah. It's I'm not good with keyboards at all, so I enjoy. And I like the fact that you can have buttons on your, the wheel has buttons on it, so you can preload a lot of things.
My one mouse that I had, I was able to set with the side two buttons.
Oh.
With the cruise control.
Yep. Yeah. I've got a Logitech one like that has a bunch of extra. I got it at a big discount. Somebody returned it, and they had not returned the lead weights that you can put inside the mouse, apparently, to give it more mass. It's like, well, I don't care. I mean, if it's not heavy enough feeling, I can just get some plasticine and stick it inside. That's what I used to do when I had a model train cars. Just put some globs of plasticine on the bottom of the car, just so it's not rattling on the rails, so it sits. Oh. What's this 5.6 vendor? Oh, he's coding. Okay, well, you're confusing too. Yeah, but not that it's easy to confuse us, but so it's really unfair. But the line about beating somebody in a battle of wits, but he arrived unarmed. Oh yeah, and somebody else, I was telling somebody else the other day, they fancied themselves as a wit, and I said, if they doubled what they had, they would be correct.
Because they were a half-wit.
Because they were a half-wit, so they possibly didn't get it. Got a couple of t-shirts on order. One of them has a picture of a cow, and then next to the cow is a speech bubble with the Greek letter mu. It's like a U with a tail on it.
Yeah.
and yeah, it says cow goes, and then there's that Greek letter, moo. So you'd have to know that was moo. One of my T-shirts to wear down the street and get a lot of furrowed brows and the occasional laughter. A number of minutes per 10-minute intervals. The ideal was number of minutes per 10-minute interval. Ideal was stupid people. I like that. Now, do you find it's going up or down? Did it used to be 4.3 and now it's 5.6? Yeah, if they admit they know nothing, at least they know something. Well, but it's easier to be stupid. Or it's easier to be uneducated about things, and you don't have to learn them. And I think another shirt says something like, give in to... If you give in to terrorists... Or sorry, if you give in to typos, then the errorists win. Like terrorists spelt without a T. Oh. One of my... I have a closet full of T-shirts. Arranged by color. With various sayings that I've collected, so it's a standard deviation, so technically both up and down. Ah. Well, I guess, and some people put new meaning into the term standard deviation. Oh. Governor Cuomo. New York Governor Cuomo put new meaning into the word standard deviation, I guess. It's funny he suddenly retired. I'm not sure why he suddenly retired, but... I mean, I know why he retired, but the timing was unusual.
I think he was trying to jump ship as soon as he saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, but they were wondering, well, maybe, why not do it a couple of weeks ago?
Mm-hmm. I think once the New York State Attorney General's report came out, that was kind of like the first bit of writing on the wall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I wonder how well people remain alive because we protect people from natural selection because we're nice. Those of us that are thinking people, we're still nice and compassionate, so we protect those idiots. Yes, the difference between a dem and a con facing sexual assault allegations. True. That line? It's not who you know, it's who you blow, but not sure how appropriate that is. Oh, Dems step down and admit their faults. Yeah. It took them. Just my question is, it took him a while to step down, but not to complain that you should have done it 2 weeks ago. He did it, so.
Yeah. And he was being rather defiant about it all too.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And I think the real thing was the Attorney General's published report, kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to argue.
Was the writing on the wall that the one thing he couldn't dodge.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the common denominator. They are politicians, so they tend to deny. When in doubt, deny it. Because I guess they get labeled with a lot of. They do get labeled with a lot of falsehoods too. So. Black and white shows. Oh, Petticoat Junction. Yeah, oh, Petticoat Junction was pretty funny. Have you done Green Acres, Cromwell? With Zsa Zsa Gabor?
I think Green Acres was one of those ones that started off black and white and transitioned to color.
Maybe. But he's saying he's done Green Acres and Petticoat Junction and the Rifleman. Oh, the Rifleman. No, do I want to mow up here? Oh yeah, let's just mow up here and see what the hell happens. The Rifleman. The Rifleman. Oh, geez, we are... Just let me get out and push. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, my mom used to talk about like some of the old shows that she used to watch growing up. Was it Dakari?
Takari? Takari? That sounds familiar. Paladin with Richard Boone. I think they had a symbol of a chess piece, a horsey.
Like a knight?
Yeah, yeah.
One.
Black Knight. Good show. Ugly actor. You kind of a craggy face and a big schnoz. But, you know, that sort of rugged manly look, I guess, so... oh, I think I can just go through here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, just dropped off a load of silage bales. 38 of them for like 42,000.
Ah, that's a good deal. Oh, saying I don't have access to this land. Well, I know I don't have access to this land, but I'm still gonna have fun here. Do I have access to this land? There we go. Yeah, I had on a whole string of business cards too. You know, because, oops. Because why wouldn't he have business cards? Oh, shit, the merit. I guess I can go here too. Didn't realize that. Let's do a little loop here. Just basically just got this field, so I'm not sure all the things I can do on it. I can go all the way down here, I guess. Up here. And then, yeah, probably that far. Down here. Oh, a bit there, a bit there. There, a bit there. By these trees, these damn trees that somebody planted. Oh well, we'll just ignore the trees. We'll go around the freaking trees.
Or a chainsaw can take care of that real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got the stump grinder over here if you need too.
Yeah, we can get rid of these suckers. We can plant the whole thing with oil radish. Oilseed? Is it oilseed radish? Is that the thing?
Oilseed radish, yeah.
Yeah. I better leave some stuff along here because I know Vendor likes to mow down in here too, so I'll leave it in case he needs a
Yeah, his
stress-releasing day.
His cathartic mowing.
Yeah. Okay, I need a bio break and a butt break. I mean, you have to get up and stretch. So I will be back in. It's still raining, damn it. I'll be back in a moment here. Okay, folks. Here we are. Anybody there?
Yep. I'm here.
Apparently I get another, I'm getting a $500 check in the mail.
Oh boy.
Just as a reward for being over 75. And they are increasing the old age security next year by 10% for all the old folks. My cynical rationale for that is enough people, due to government cutbacks at different level in old folks' homes, surveillance standards and stuff, enough old people have died that they can afford to increase because there's less of us. So it's one of those win-wins, sort of, in a black way. You can't figure out this damn error. Ah. Are you trying to count on your fingers and wearing mittens? Have you tried converting everything to a Sumerian number system? Just trying to help here.
Every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. Oh, you faded a bit on us, Taz, I think, or maybe I've just turned down my volume here.
There.
Ah. That's better. Now we're good.
Yeah, I posted three screenshots from one of this morning's load runs in the our group.
Thank you for the host, Big Long Dong. Sorry, you posted screenshots from
My APS run.
Okay.
This morning.
Okay.
The Reno to Stockton.
Okay.
And it's the landscaping was amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. And that's on. Oh yeah, so that must be the other question. Do you have any of the DLCs, or do you just have the basic map?
I have the basic map, but it says I got. What's the deal with Wyoming in it?
It's not out yet. Do you have New Mexico?
I do not know.
Missing bracket. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
tend to do that to you.
yeah, they're annoying. They're annoying because it's like, it's not an easy way to count them. Let me know if you could check to see if you have New Mexico or not, because we were thinking of doing a trip into New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were going to be joining us, and if you don't have New Mexico, well, then that'd be a no. We will adjust our trip accordingly, but if you could check after we get off the stream here, or if you can't check now, and just let me know, and then I'm not sure. Maybe like this, maybe like that. Hard to know how far out this map goes. It's hard to tell what grass you own and what grass you don't. There's probably a mod that you can add that will show you, so that when you're mowing, you're going to hit something that says, oh, you don't own this field. Yeah, shit.
I was thinking, I went into the switch over to the Steam window, and where the thing where you can see like what DLCs you have loaded onto it. It says I have Nevada. Let's Nevada and Arizona.
Yeah, yeah. Those are those have been released with the game, I think. Though it sounds like you do not have New Mexico, so. Like you just bought the game, you did not buy any extra DLCs on top of it? Okay. JP Farming. Hey, hello JP Farming. JP Farming 0.50 BMG. Good day. Good day to your face. We are farming. I'm on a shared farm on a private server that Taz and I and Bendertron and Hardware Guy are on. Bendertron is on not as much as he used to be because he's, I don't know, he's got this thing called a job that's always bothering him. A Hardware Guy, I'm not sure, so it's Taz and I often.
And then throw in the fun with the COVID stuff.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Is part of his job is being a COVID tracer, and then part of it is being a PhD student, and yeah, all the myriad things we have.
Yep.
I heard an article, speaking of the Black Plague, there is something called the Decameron, written in the 14th century by an Italian, I think called Boccaccio or something like that. It's a fictional story about, it's a group of people who hid out in somebody's Italian piazza for 14 days. They told stories for 14 days. I think it's a fictional thing. To entertain themselves while they were hiding out from the Black Plague. So the CBC was interviewing an anthropologist who thought, whoa, I know this book. This is kind of fitting. So she got a bunch of fellow anthropologists to write 14 stories of life now in our own Black Plague. So, but I guess adding to the list of books I need to read is the translation from the Italian of the 14th century book, the Decameron, which has a lot of. When they translated it, was like, you know, wasn't somebody. He goeth. So he goeth to the farm and openeth the door and looketh insideth to the, you know, it's readable. It's readable, but it's like, oh, okay. And I'm sure once you get used to the style. I suppose I could. It's the Gutenberg free books. I suppose I could read it as part of my podcast that I keep threatening to start, where I read stories. Lay thine eyes upon thy field and see how many. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I've heard variations on that. People say, "Oh, look at seeth thou my field." Yes, notice how barren it is of fucks. Yes. Notice nary a fuck growing in my field. Yeah. So, like as I took the small field that I had here in the back, that sort of the kidney-shaped field, well, that Bender and I had in the back, and put grass in it. So that just means rather than trying to harvest that small field and then harvest around it separately, he just carry on from where I was mowing grass.
What one's that? The 36?
Maybe.
Or it looks like alfalfa. 39 is alfalfa, it looks like, according to the...
Yeah, Dad. Yeah. 36. I'm on 36. See? So 36 is that little field that used to be whatever you could put on it, but we've got a lot of equipment that's designed to do, you know, huge fields. So you spent more time trying to get around the corners and with all the equipment. It's like, oh, this is annoying. So now it's just grass like everything else. We just go.
And all we're missing is the fun of a train to dodge.
The fun of a what?
The fun of the train to dodge.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I got clipped by that early on, driving a combine through and thinking, oh, the train's coming. Oh, geez, they're coming fast.
Yeah, usually the combine in single player, you can use it as one of your vehicles, but if you're doing it in multiplayer mode, the computer controls it.
Yeah, just caught the ass end of the combine that was getting across the tracks and sort of knocked me sideways a bit. Like, oh. That'll buff out. Once you pick up the fender from the ground, yeah.
So that one time fender wasn't as lucky.
Yeah.
I think the train had it in for her.
Yeah. I was reading through a forum for something for ATS, but the guy was complaining about the. He was saying, does the traffic seem worse in 1.41? And nobody really said. Several people told him how you could make the traffic worse or better with the G traffic setting, but that was not his question. But thank you.
Or you get rid of the traffic.
Or you get rid of the traffic. His point was, with the default settings, it seemed to be worse. I don't know. Vendor and I have been driving too, and we noticed the traffic was sometimes a little stupid. It seems to be less tolerant of changing from the default settings. I had mine changed to 2 instead of 1, and you can go up to 9 or 9.9, and I had several instances of AI traffic just stuck in the middle of the road. You come along and there's, oh look, there's a bus and 2 cars that have had an accident. So, are you going to do anything? No. Yeah, they seem to cut you off more often. It seems to be, I mean, one could argue it's just more realistic. It's driving more like the idiots on the road that cut you off all the time, but...
Yeah, I had a few of those today.
Yeah, so... You know, if you don't like the traffic in ATS, well, how old are you? Do you drive a car? Oh. I like your JP Farming. I like your name, but I'm wondering why the 50. Whoa, we almost missed that. Wow, we left some grass there. Why the 50? No, that would never. I think they need to address how traffic stops to let people merging. Oh, I know. I know. That's pretty annoying. Driving down the highway and people stop. Oh, I'll just let these trucks in. No. Getting ready to storm again. Apparently, I don't know who I was on yesterday. Apparently, Sully was saying that the lightning hit one of the sea cans they have out back of the shop. The lightning struck on a metal sea can, you know, those 40-foot containers. And no, the container was not full of gasoline or stuff. Just stuff like gaskets and bearings and, you know, nuts and bolts and stuff. But apparently it jumped in the air a bit, just going, ow, fuck, that hurt. And you'd think it'd hit a tree or a building, or, you know, if you've got any antennas on top of your building for communication with trucks and that. And they'll be nicely grounded, you think, and metal. You'd think it'd hit one of those, but maybe not. Maybe that means the grounding strap on the whatever antennas on you have in your building. Maybe you need to check the grounding strap. Maybe they're not working anymore. Maybe that's the problem. Well, try to get a video of it today. Oh, a huge boom. Oh, it'd be a big crack. Just rattle your head. And definitely rattle, there's probably some dead mice underneath the sea can now.
From electrocution.
Yeah, their whiskers burnt off and just...
Electrocuted and fried in the same...
Yeah, cleaned and fried, skinned and fried, completely done. Oh, horizontal rain, yeah. I need to get a newer... I've got a camera, which I think is just I don't know if it's a indoor surveillance camera I got from my son ages ago, and it's sitting in the window looking out at the park. And daytime it gets the park, and at nighttime it gets the city lights and gets fireworks and stuff like this. But it is an older 720p camera. I want to get a 1080p camera and put it in there, but I want to get one that has what they call color night vision. And I want it to be Wi-Fi. I don't want it to be PoE, which I discovered is power over Ethernet. No. And I need it to support RTSP, real-time streaming protocol. So, and I need to be fairly cheap. So I need to go through probably Amazon and go through, just do a little checklist. The killer is usually RTSP, because they don't like to do that, because it minimizes their ability to just force people to rent cloud services from them for their streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see. The list of things we need, along with cute t-shirts and fountain pens and ink, and, you know. Speaking of filming, this week they were filming in the middle of the heat wave. They were filming a Hallmark film in my neighborhood. Our local councillor put a photo up of it, like he would know, because he would have to be, you know, they have to get permits and that. And it's set in wintertime.
Maybe one of their upcoming Christmas.
I guess. So they had a picture of a a coffee shop. They were shooting a scene inside, and in the garden in front of the coffee shop was all white. So I think they had a white tarpaulin, and they probably put white fake snow on top of it. But I'm thinking of the poor actors. Okay, so it's 30 feels like 40. I get your cam. Oh, okay. Thanks, Sully. Because that's the problem. It's hard to find something that has color night vision, not the IR vision where you turn on little LEDs to get night vision, but color proper. It's a low light sensitivity, I guess. So night vision and just wireless and just plugs into the wall for power, like with a little USB plug and an adapter and RTSP. And I'll find it, but thanks. Let me know. My son had found a nice cheap one, and then I checked and didn't have all the specs I wanted, but he has it looking out the window at their front porch, and it also is catching the hummingbird feeder they put out there. So,
Yeah.
oh, if it's commercial grade, I might have it then. Yeah, because that was one of my problems. It had to be cheap too. There was ones that I didn't even look at. $300 cameras. Okay, I'm not even going to look at the spec. So, yes. I keep forgetting to use the cruise control. I wonder why my right foot's getting a cramp in it from pushing on the gas. Yeah, use the cruise control or get a brick. Thanks, Sully. Check it out. Let me know. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get out of the end here. Where the hell were we? Ah, we were here. Need some Midol. Not those kind of cramps. Yeah. Unless it's a gigantic box of Midol, and then I could just put it on the gas pedal, and that would help. That's what I need to do. So. There we go. Yeah. I got it. I got you. Sympathetic period pains. Yes. I know there are, I've heard of men having sympathetic labor pains. I can pretty well guarantee they're not the same. And, they're probably the sort of thing that you would want to if your partner was in the midst of agonizing labor pains. It's probably not appropriate for you to say, "Oh yeah, I think I feel a bit of a twinge too. I know exactly how you feel." Hopefully you're in a hospital so the doctors can treat the concussion.
Yeah.
Was this something I said? Uh-huh. I suppose. Well, I was gonna say I suppose I should get some stuff into the digester, but I'm sure it's chugging along there. I'd have to leave this. I'd have to leave this to go check. I think. Would I? Let's see where I am here. What's that? Yeah, let's see. That's the trailer. That's the mower. Oh, we don't want that. I wanted to be back here so I could look at the digester. Well, never mind. I can go there. Get quite a stack of machinery here. Oh, input. We got 8,000 liters, so not a lot. We don't have to worry. We got a lot of stuff there. Yeah, you stand out of reach just to be safe. Yeah, exactly. It's a dangerous time to be. Oh, I gotta start the engine. Shit. That's what I thought. I'd have to start everything up. My ex wasn't in labor that long. She was, now she had wide-ish hips, which probably helps. Like a wide pelvic girdle, as they call it, or whatever. And she supposed she was, you know, I think I'm in labor. I'm not sure. You know, called the doctor and he was like, yeah, how often are these mystery things? Okay, so went to the hospital, dropped her off, parked the car, came back. They said, oh, you wanted to be in the operating room? Okay, they're there. And I think the second was even faster. They said if you're going to have a third child, you should do a home birth because you're not going to get at the hospital. So, 86.4. Ooh, somebody's 86.4. That's bad. Shouldn't you be 98 point something? I know, more multitasking. Oh, I see what's happened. Okay, we've got stuff here. We got stuff here. Oh, I can hear thunder. Great thunder in Jesus. Percent of males missing an HDL measure. Oh, what? They just, they never got one when they were growing up? I have an HDL. Oh, that reminds me. I really need to be getting in for blood work. To check my potassium and whatever that thing is, keratin. Yeah, I'll have to book that after. It's easy to do. It's so easy to do, you don't bother to do it, but... I've got some bananas and some avocado and some baked potatoes, so I'll stock up on those in my gut. and then that'll give me my numbers. Was uric acid? Was uric acid on my Would that have been in my regular blood work? They were measuring for potassium and after my hospital thing. Well, I guess they would have measured uric acid then too, would they? I'll check. I'll check if it's on the list. Why would you ask for uric acid? Doo-doo. Let me look. Let me look at the lab requisition. Nope, no uric acid. Creatine, sodium, and potassium. I guess I could ask them to add it to the requisition. Let me make a note here. Because I haven't gone anyways. I'll ask her if she can add it, and she may add it or she may argue with me. Don't know. Because that's what they've got. All they've got is oops, damn. I'm in the wrong window again here. I'm wandering around. Creatine, sodium, and potassium. That's it. But I'll ask her if she can add uric acid. If she minds. Just to humor me. Well, I know, because my kidneys got very stressed in my moments there in the hospital. Yeah. I'm not that happy with the doctor I have. They're okay, but the regular one is away on extended leave, and so I've been given over to a newbie. She was new to the practice, and
Yeah, or someone I knew.
oh, yeah, tell her I've been drinking more. Yeah.
Yeah, I know someone who also referred to like those doctors in that have just come out of their fellowship, so that like they're first starting, like their first time in a regular practice. They were someone I knew called them fresh from the womb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't even see EGFR. I don't even see a place for EGFR on this form. Oh, yes. Oh, that is there. Creatine. She is testing it for it. Creatine, bracket EGFR, and sodium, X, and potassium, there's an X. So... yeah, so it is on there. That was the thing that I had that was through the sky. Or through the basement. Whatever it is, that means it's really, really bad. Which reminds me, speaking of which, let's hydrate everybody. Hydrate time. Have a chug a drink. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I was at, like, I don't know, 250 or something. I don't know. The numbers I had were bothersome for people for some reason. Well, we're almost here. It'll probably be time to I'm guessing it's probably time to start again on the alfalfa. Oh no, it's not that bad. Usually that happens. What happens? You do the alfalfa, you do the grass, and well, you must have it on your fields too, Taz. You do this big long field, and by the time you get through and everything, then the other one that you just did, well, now we're ready again. Okay.
The main one is 7.
Yeah.
Once that one is.
So this tractor basically never goes back and never gets unhooked. It just spends its life doing this. Okay, so let's fold everything here. There we go. Everything's folded and raised. Everybody's happy. Is that front one raised or not? No, it wasn't. Now it is. Still pissing down rain, eh? You okay with the rain, Taz, or do you need to change time, or?
No, I just sign off because I'm gonna go do some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was fun to hang out here.
Yeah. And so 7 o'clock tonight. Let me know if you have New Mexico, but I suspect you do not. Yeah.
Chances are I don't.
Let me know ahead of time.
At least according to my list of DLC list, it's not.
I doubt it. No, you have to buy it specifically. And when will you know whether you can join us at 7?
I'll know later on.
Okay.
If you don't hear from me, then go ahead and.
Well, the thing is, if you're not joining us, then I will do a convoy that includes New Mexico. But if you are joining us, I will not do a convoy that includes New Mexico. So, if
I'll send a message on through the Discord.
Yeah, if you can give me some heads up, that's all. Okay.
Right.
Thanks for joining, Taz.
Have fun, everyone.
We will.
Have a good day.
We are. We will. We are. Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm here. Picking up stuff. Picking up pawpaws, putting them in a basket. I can't remember where I finished. So let's carry on here. Do another wagon, dump it off. Ah, that's how far I got. Okay. Don't exactly rocket along here, but it's okay. It's not bad outside. I should take a shower to get, well, no, actually, go out for a walk, buy a 649 ticket, then have a shower. Some supper, get ready to drive. Ooh, what a mess here. What the hell happened? Stupidity strikes again? What happened? What happened that stupidity struck again? Sully? Oh, destroyed skid steer sweeper. Skid steers are pretty, they're pretty tough little buggers. But I guess there's no point in underestimating the creativity of stupidity. Just when you think that somebody couldn't be dumber, they exceed your expectations. One of the few things they exceed in is stupidity. So I guess we all need our strengths in life, eh? Oops, oh yeah, we've got... Almost took out that ginormous cultivator that we use for the corn that we don't plant anymore. But we will someday, so we'll keep it around. It's paid for, we're not renting it, so it's not hurting anybody sitting there. And I think I have to go up here and find... yes, there we go. Do not use it properly, ruined the new brushes, bent the body, ran the gear and chain off, ripped all the rubber guards. Oh, Jesus. Right. That's a good one. Addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around. I read something saying that the company that manufactures yardsticks isn't making them any longer. That's what it's all about. Yeah. I guess they might as well have just might as well have just driven the skid steer off a dock and gone down with it. That would have been that would have been a better solution. Good. Yes. The School of Stupidity seems to do quite well. Seems to be quite good for careers. Like I say, we protect the stupid from natural selection. Usually what happens when somebody ruins a piece of equipment, they blame either the equipment or training. Either, well, it's the equipment's fault or I wasn't trained properly. It's my supervisor's fault. Nothing's ever my fault in life, no. There was a thing I was reading about a BC company that the engineers, there was a mining company that had a tailings pond for gold mining, and there's all sorts of nasty chemicals used in gold mining. And this tailings pond was full, and then the dam at the end failed because the engineers had built it on a glacial moraine or something. They built it on bad ground, and they hadn't properly maintained it or checked it or monitored it, and it flooded this huge lake full of tailings, went down this river, Salmon River, into a lake, causing millions and millions of dollars damage. The only consequence is the engineers are going. The one engineer, I think, was fined $100,000 by the association, and the other one too will be fined and can't work as an engineer anymore. But the company itself, got $100 million from, I think, from their insurance company in compensation because I don't know. And I think they also got a $50 million grant to clean it up from the province or some stupid thing like this. They didn't get sued because it's past the statute of limitations time for them to be sued. It was, I don't know, it was dragging along too long, and now, so really no consequence. So yes, so I know I worked in or I lived in Kirkland Lake. Of what I'm missing versus absent. Our two best employees, they do everything around here. Something is missing. Oh, like a I guess saying that a measurement is missing implies that somebody was supposed to do it and missed it, whereas absent, well, it's just not there, and it's just that's how I would parse it. You know, a kid can be missing from kid can be missing when they do a search as opposed to absent. Yeah, it was there and then removed or never showed up, but it was supposed to be there, and somebody screwed up and didn't record it, didn't write it down, didn't measure it, whatever. It was missed as opposed to not just. Yes, missing in terms of like, you know, shooting or something. To miss implies that you have to do something and you miss what you were doing. Shoot a gun, you miss the target. So yeah, either it was there and now it isn't, or like I said, or if you miss a target, means that you shot at a target and you missed, but you had to do something. There had to be some. Oh, or I'm full too. Some of the measures are not supposed to be captured. I would say if they're supposed to be captured and somebody didn't, then they're missing. Like that uric acid thing on my form is absent. There's the little X is absent, but if it's something that should be there, it should be measured, well, then it's more missing than absent. Let me check where I'm supposed to be here. I think these guys are pretty well the same. This guy is 75,000 in. And this guy is, oh, so he's probably, the other one's probably due for a load. Oh, I think I did that one last. That's the problem. Oh. Exactly. Yeah, so it's missing, not absent. What's the time? Maybe I'll go to 5 because I have to have a shower, go for a walk, have some supper, blah blah blah. Maybe go for a drive. Do you need groceries or anything? No. I could go to the El Cibo. Oh no, I'm doing. Oh well, I'm doing alfalfa. Let's get back down to alfalfa land here. Try to finish this field. Yeah, I'll go till 5 and then we'll be done. I hope Daz can join us tonight. But if he can't, I'll set up a New Mexico map trip. And I'll message you if I decide. I think it would probably be better. It's kind of cool to have the 9-axle RGN lowboy, but it gets a little annoying on some of those twisty little mountain roads. So there's also, I think, a 3-axle one. 3 or 4 axle, so that's a good balance. If you got like 4 axles on the truck, 4 axles at the back of the trailer, that's a good balance. So and the game still gives you fairly heavy loads. This little bit here, and then what? And then this guy, I guess. We're getting there. It's funny listening to the rain, watching the rain, and looking outside and not seeing it yet. But we Ed Reed, older and retired. I'm in Ottawa, Canada. Ed. I've also read. I've read a lot in my younger days, and am a writer, published author. So I've written a bunch too. So. So I'm a bit of a grammar Nazi. People complain, oh well, yeah, it doesn't really matter. As long as you get the point across, it doesn't really matter if your grammar is correct or not. I said, well, it's a tool. You're a craftsman, you're using a tool to communicate, and it'd be just like if you were trying to make a cabinet. Yes? Whoops, I need to turn this on. Yes, you could do cabinet work with a chainsaw or just a crosscut handsaw, but if you use the proper tools, then you'll do a nicer cabinet. So I've got I forget what it's called now. There's some good online tools that can help with Spelling and grammar when you're writing. Grammarly is one. I forget what the hell the other one called. Pro Writing Aid. And they'll check not only spelling, but sentence structure, grammar, passive voice, active voice, a lot of things like that. So good hints. Oh, it took you all day coding. Oh, but you're done. Was this, were you working on your own stuff, or is this paid work for Jason Kenny? Speaking of elections, they've nominated the Liberal candidate for my riding. We had a strong Liberal candidate, Catherine McKenna, who has decided to retire, and she wants to focus on climate change using other avenues, which is interesting because at one point that was her portfolio in the Liberal government. So I'm guessing she figured, you guys aren't serious about this. I've got kids, so screw you guys. Her replacement is the guy who was the MP for a number of years, MPP for the riding. So he's got a lot of experience and he's got a lot of connections, but he's liberal. For a lot of people, that's going to be a nope. So we got an NDP guy that's not bad. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with politics, what changes there are, to see how involved people are. Are people more or less involved because of COVID? They can be at home, they can stay at home and get involved. They got the time to be involved. Do people feel out of control? They wish they had more say in what the government's doing, or they've given up and said, well, who cares? I don't know. I don't think she's young for retirement. I'm not to retire from the government. I'm not sure. You might just need one term. I'm not sure how many years you need. She was an athlete. I don't know if she was an Olympian. She was a swimmer. I can't remember what she was. No, not a bad person. Not doing a bad job, but she was stuck doing climate change with Liberals, so I don't think that worked. But paper 2 of your master's that you finished 2 years ago. Oh. Why are you still working on your master's? Was there a recall on it? Okay, so you do the thesis, but then you getting it. Okay, I thought you'd already. Well, I misunderstood. I thought you'd finished with it. You did the thesis, you wrote it, you published it, and you'd moved on. But maybe not. Maybe not. What am I doing here? I am forgetting what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was checking these prices to see if anything was particularly high. No. Soybean straw is not bad. We got half a truckload. Canola straw is not good, and because I think we need canola straw at... What the hell's my piece of paper? It's okay. Oh, okay. It's not uncommon. Okay. Let me look at canola straw. Yeah. $3.13 is a good price. Not $1.76. So. Needed to listen for an air leak. Oh. Well, hope you farted in his face. I saw a picture of somebody. You know the cages that you use to inflate a tire? I don't know if it was staged. There was a picture of this guy. The tire was lying on its side on the floor of the shop, and the airline was into the tire, and the guy was in the cage, crouching, looking at the tire inflate. I guess he was reaching through. He was inflating the tire on the ground while he was in the cage to be protected. Put the finger in his ears, yeah. So like I say, I'm not sure it was staged, but it was like, okay, yeah. Maybe somebody told him, so before you fill the tire, okay, there's a cage to protect you. Okay, boss. I remember we had when I worked for Atomic Energy in a chemistry lab, we had those big gas bottles, you know, the whatever, they're like this diameter and 4 feet tall or whatever. And one of the researchers, he asked a summer student, who was quite a bright kid, he asked the summer student to change the regulator, put the regulator on a different gas bottle. And he stopped the kid when he noticed that the kid was actually trying to unscrew the regulator right from the top of the bottle, like below the valve. Right where the valve goes into the bottle. Which would have been that was our tire guy. Your comments aren't appearing? Oh. That's weird. I see them I see your comments here. Let me look on Twitch. I see that, okay, on Twitch I see your comment, JP Farming. My comments don't seem to be appearing, question mark. And the one I see before that is quite a while ago when you first joined. But they're reappearing now. Yeah, that one showed, but I mean, and there was several when you first joined. Now, if there was some in between, I don't know. I'm using a program, Restream.io, that has a chat function. Yeah, but this is Restream.io that supposedly streams to multiple areas and also coordinates chat between things. So oh, I get you. You mean that his comments, so your comments, JP, so you're seeing your comments on YouTube. Do you mean they're seeing them on YouTube, but you're not seeing them on, or you type a comment on YouTube, I assume you see it on YouTube. Do you mean that you're not seeing it on Twitch? Get here, get here. Just had a pop up there. Somebody said, I assume you're streaming now at the moment. How is farming? But yes, I am streaming at the moment. So why would you ask me a question? Oh, I'll answer him. I'll answer him after. Yeah, Twitch is Twitch has changed their subscriptions too. Twitch has dropped the price. Apparently, subscriptions are vary depending on the territory. So some places a monthly subscription is $2, and some places it's $20. So they are dropping it in a lot of places or they are making it more competitive, I guess, with the spending power in that particular country. Because they figure we've got to make it reasonable for people to get it. There's no point in having it so expensive that, yeah, you make money, but you can only 3 people can afford it. You better to have it adjust the mass market. So. Not that that affects me because I don't have subscriptions, because I don't have affiliate marketing. Because if I was an affiliate, I would not be allowed to multi-stream. Geez, I wonder if I'm going to finish this alfalfa. I think I was going to go till 5, but I think what I want to do is finish this alfalfa. I just don't want to leave these orphans out here, so that in case I don't come back to it a few days, I don't end up with a field full of alfalfa ready to cut, and somewhere under it is our windrows. Now, I guess the same thing can happen to the grass. You've seen Aphil's multi-stream. I don't know. Who's Aphil? Who is Aphil and why do they have a multi-stream? So, JP, I'm not seeing your comments, so I don't know whether you are just not commenting. B-Phil? Sorry, you've lost me because I'm not sure who B-Phil is either. I know who B-Train is. I know who B-Train is. I know who B4 is. And who Beware. Oh, there we go. Full again. It's short. Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if your multi-stream is short. Keep forgetting where I've gone here. Okay, so 128 and 703, so we got to go left. Whoa, whoa, that was interesting. Good thing it's a tractor. Yeah, just bring it into the shop. Yeah, I don't know, not my fault. Like I mentioned before, they put 19 double-decker buses went out of service in Ottawa because one of them ended up in a ditch the other day. So they brought 19 of them in to check. Now maybe that's the Transport Safety Board regulation. If a public conveyance or whatever, unless maybe unless you can say yes, the driver was drunk or something like this. Oh, the Poho car and ambulance. Oh, probably an ambulance going down. There's a parkway near here, and the fire trucks often use it. Could be a bad driver, but I mean they've got a very strong union, so they may have, they may have the requirement that they mandatory, check all the. The problem is wasn't good timing because they've already shut down the LRT because the train had come out of service. They were just driving it out of the end near me to take it back to the back to the yard, and went over a switch, and one of the 10 axles hopped the rail. So they got some cranes and jacks and stuff, and they managed to get the axle back under and fastened, but now they have to investigate why the hell did it hop the rail. So the entire LRT line has been shut down since Sunday night. Oh. We had a lot of trouble with that. When it first went into service, they had the doors kept. People would try to hold the door for their friends. It would jam the door mechanism, and they would have to wait for I think they would have to empty the train, take the train out of service, and drive it back to the yards and get somebody to unjam the mechanism. And then they got to the stage where they were able to dispatch somebody. But it was interesting that the mayor was blaming people, saying, well, it's because people are trying to hold the door for their friends, and they shouldn't do that. So when they do that, they have to realize that they're holding up the whole train. No, it's not my fault. You're the one that designed a train so that if I try to hold the door, like imagine if that happened in an elevator. Every time somebody tried to hold the door of an elevator for a friend, the elevator would jam and sit there until they called the fire department. No. Stupid mayor. I know. The thing is, we've designed, like many cities have, we've just installed an LRT, and we have extensions going out both ends, and the demographics of people commuting to work have changed. People either are just changing jobs or not wanting to commute, or various things have changed. So we don't need the model of everybody lives in the suburb and takes an express train down to work in an office in the middle of the city. Sorry. Thanks for the train. We've already paid for this. And it's not like a bus route where if you have to cut back on buses, well, you just, instead of 1,000 buses, you have 500 buses. You can certainly cut back if you don't need as many trains. Instead of 10 trains, you can have 5 trains, but you still need to maintain the tracks. You need to keep the electrics working. You've got to do a shitload of stuff. So is this it? Am I done? Why no, it's not cheap for LRT. And like I said, yes, we want to keep people out of cars. But another way to keep people out of cars is just decentralize the workspace. Either work from home or work in a little satellite office. 90 some for a month for LRT. Oh, I'm not sure what it is. I do a pay-as-you-play. I've got a card that I can just... I forget where I did. I got a card that I just fill up 128 as need be, and when it runs down, it puts another $20 in or something. And I haven't used it for probably for a year. Okay, so now they have no double-deckers. Yeah, like we did double-deckers and articulated buses. Well, we did articulated buses that were designed not for winter. So the first winter, they were several hills in town. They pushed from the back. So there were jackknife buses all over because there's a hinge in the middle and the pushes in the back, so they're trying to push up at the snow, and they just. So what they had to do is they had to stiffen up and change the hinging mechanism. Stupid people. Oh, there's some grass right there. So why don't I pick that up just to get it out of the way? I think. Lower the pickup. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, there it is there. So let's get this little bit of grass. That's what happens. And that's what happened many times with the LRT. The door would get jammed. They've got a lot of now they've built a lot of double sidings, crossovers. They built a lot of crossovers into the system, so you can go around. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, it's after 5 and I've done the alfalfa, so that's good for me. So I'm gonna have some supper and go for a walk, have a shower, go buy a lottery ticket, and I'll check the wine. Maybe I need some wine. I don't know, some more Australian wine. They don't have a lot at my... Steph has got me back onto Australian wine. They don't have a lot at my local store for some reason. Not a lot of reds. I'll look harder. So, thanks for viewing, my friends, for hanging out, for chatting. If YouTube guy, if you're still there, don't know what happened to the chats. Gewürzenminer. I don't think that's from Australia. Anyways, thank you for everybody for viewing, cheering, chatting, lurking, and take care. I'll see you later. Stay safe, stay happy, stay away from each other. Oh, excuse me. Stay awake. Ta-ta for now.